So for this tutorial, I'm just taking a fitted t-shirt and I'm placing it on the fold of the fabric, and I'm going to trace around with tailor chalk, adding a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and this is going to be the back part of my shirt. Now for the front part of my shirt, I'm adding a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the fold of the fabric, and I'm tracing around with the 1/2 inch seam allowance, and I'm just going to cut it out. And now I'm just cutting down the middle of where I add that 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now for the sleeves, I'm placing it on the fold of the fabric, and if you can see the video at the bottom, I'm basically doing a close-up of how I trace the seams on the shirt, and whatever desired length you want is how long your sleeves will be, and this is how it should look when you have cut it out. Now for the middle part of our shirt, I'm basically figuring out the width and the length of how wide and long I want the band part to be for the middle of my shirt. So right now it's about 4 inches long and about 3.5 inches wide, but I may change the length and the width depending on where I decide to put the circle part of my shirt. Now these should be all the pieces for your garments. You have your sleeves and you have your shirt, and I'm placing right sides together, and I'm just pinning it along the edge there where I'm going to sew. After you have sewed your shirt in the middle, you're just going to place right sides together, and this is what it should look like on a mannequin. And what I did was I took my seam ripper and made that hole in the middle, and that's going to be the opening where we're going to put that little band part, and you just kind of want to stitch around that area to make sure that it's secured and you don't have any frays. And now I'm just pinning my sleeves to my shirt, and what I like to do is make sure that the seams are matching at the bottom, and then that's when I turn inside the shirt and start pinning along the edge. And the inside should look like this, and you just want to sew all the way around. Once you have sewed everything, it should look like this. And now our last part is to hem the top neckline and also the sleeves. And you want to hem the bottom part of your shirt. And what I like to do for the bottom part is do a zigzag stitch, so that will secure the stitches so it won't break when you put it on. So our last part would be to sew the middle band. So what you want to do is take that middle band and insert it in that hole that you made, and I'm just matching the ends along, and I'm going to sew along the ends with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And once you do that, what I like to do is flip the raw ends on the other side, and you're pretty much done for this top. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to check out my channel for my other tutorials and DIYs. See you next week for a new video. Bye.